Hi, I'm Sharon Smith, and I have the ability to see animals and also humans who've crossed over to the other side. And I want you to know you're grieving the death of a pet and that your animal has actually, in a cool and miraculous way, guided you toward this video to help you, because I'm going to answer the three big questions that you have around the death of your pet. But at the end of this video, we're going to do some work using a mind-body technique that I'm an expert in to help you move past and release some of the grief and sadness that you feel around this pet's death, because I know that can be overwhelming. So if you're liking my work here, please like and subscribe. We're not going to stay there long. We're going to jump right into the questions. Number one, is my pet okay? And it's a big question, especially if your pet was very old and had maybe been ill for a long period of time. And I remember when I couldn't see them, I had that same question. And the answer is yes, they're fine. As a matter of fact, they're great. They are young, they're healthy, they're not in pain, they feel wonderful. Now, I will tell you how they look when I'm seeing them on the other side. They are almost always with others of their kind. For instance, if it's a dog, I'm going to see your dog with a whole bunch of other dogs. And they're playing and digging and sniffing and doing fun dog stuff. And they're having a wonderful time. Same thing for cats. They're playing, they're chasing things. Horses will always be with other horses. So yeah, they feel wonderful. They are not suffering, they're not sick anymore, and they're not old. So number two, what happens physically and spiritually to my pet when they die? And I'm going to tell you exactly what I see and how they've described it to me. So others may have a different opinion about this, but this is what I see and what I've appreciated with it. As soon as their heart beats that last time, there is a feeling of expansion, and it starts here in their chest, and it feels good. This is something that feels wonderful and amazing, and they expand out into the great all that is. And they immediately become, if it's a cat, they become all cats. They are all cats. Now, they also retain their individual personalities, no matter what animal it is. If it's a cat, dog, bird, whatever. Their personality is still intact, but they have engaged in this marvelous communion. So, and they feel really good, and it feels really good to them when they leave. And they're not worried about this process, and they're really not afraid of dying in the same way that humans are. They don't feel that way about it. Now, I wish I could tell you I see a rainbow bridge. I haven't. I've never seen that. Maybe there is one, but I don't see it. They're always outside, and they're doing things. And the settings may change depending on the animal, but it's always a beautiful natural setting, and they're enjoying themselves enormously. And they do still love you, but they are also still with you. It is not death. It is simply continuation of life, but they're simply not in physical anymore. That's the real difference, your perception. Okay, now the third question. Why am I having so much trouble moving past this sense of grief and loss that I feel? And the reason for that is because animals are here to teach us unconditional love. And that is a way that we get to experience it. We get to give and receive unconditional love from them and with them. And that's the thing that we have not mastered as humans. We do love each other, but not in the same way that we love our pets, in the same way that we love our animals. So that is why you feel such an overwhelming sense of loss and so much grief around this, because you have just been, your perception is that you've just been cut off from a source of wonderful unconditional love. And it can feel overwhelming. And I know sometimes people will say, oh, well, it was just a dog. Get over it, move on. Or it was just a cat. But I want you to be gentle with those people and forgive them. They don't understand what this is to us, those of us who love animals and share that type of love with them. And it can be hard to get over. So now we're going to do some tapping to help you feel better. Your animal loves you, is still with you, even though you're not physically able to touch them and hold them. They are still right here, and they want you to feel better. I promise you they do. That is always one of the goals. They love you beyond words. So you can do this with either hand, either side. There's no wrong way to do it. And just tap along with me and repeat after me. So let's start here. Either hand, either side. I am so sad about my pet. And feel free to say dog, cat, or use the animal's name. I can't seem to move past this. It may have even been a long time, and it feels like it was yesterday. Even though I don't know how I'm ever going to move past this grief, I completely love and accept myself. And I do also completely love and accept my pet. And I'm open to shifting my perspective on this now. Okay, top of the head. The sense of grief is so overwhelming. I can't seem to let it go. I feel so much loss. I wonder if it's possible that my beloved pet wants me to feel better. I wonder if I could maybe let go of some of this grief and sadness. Now that I have the answers to some of my questions. Doesn't mean I won't still miss my pet. I give myself permission to remember that I'm a powerful eternal being. And there's no such thing as death. There's only life. This life in physical and the next life. And it's safe for me to let go of this grief. I choose to honor the memory of my beloved pet by allowing myself to let go of some of this grief and sadness. I honor this unconditional love. It's safe for me to let go of grief and sadness. I know my pet wants me to feel better. I allow myself to know that I am loved, that I am cherished, and that it's okay for me to feel better now. It's safe to let it go. Because I do completely love and accept myself. And I love my pet. Big breath. You did great. Okay, I'm going to do some more about this because I think this is a topic a lot of people are interested in. So feel free to like and subscribe and stay tuned because you don't want to miss my next video. And I've got more things coming around for you to do with pets. Stay tuned. See you soon.